Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
What is it that really matters to you in life? What is it that really has your focus? Welcome to this, your Daily 180 Bible study. We're talking about the proper perspective, and we're looking at the book of Philippians. And in the book of Philippians, Paul talks about this tremendous focus that he had in his life, and he talks about the things that matter most to him, and in fact the things that should matter most to us. It really comes down on the way that we look at life. We've seen the idea that we are slaves, verse number 1, and that we are set apart for the purposes of God. Also in verse 1, when we see the idea that he was writing to the saints, people who have been set apart, made holy, sanctified for God. I want you to look at verses 12 through 14 here, and Paul talks about what really matters to him. Now keep in mind, Paul is a Roman prisoner. Now he's under house arrest, but it's not like these days. Nowadays, they'll put an ankle bracelet on you and you just roam around the house. You can be in your own privacy or there with your family. Not so in those days. He was chained to a Roman soldier 24/7. He had to eat chained to a Roman soldier. He wrote his letters chained to a Roman soldier. He slept chained to a Roman soldier. And certainly there might have been people who were saying, oh, poor Paul. But now listen to what Paul says in verse number 12, beginning, I want you to know, brethren, that the things which have happened to me have actually turned out for the furtherance of the gospel, so that it has become evident to the whole palace guard and to all the rest that my chains are in Christ. And most of the brethren in the Lord, having become confident by my chains, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. You know, how do we look at our circumstances? You know, we might have a financial setback, and we might think to ourselves, now this is the end of the world. The doctor might say, you have a horrible disease, and we think, oh my goodness, why would God do this to me? We might have some other horrible tragedy that occurs to us. What we ought to do is ask the question, how can we use this to advance the cause of Christ? Paul looked at his circumstances and said, this is really turning out for the best. Why would Paul do that? Because Paul had a great obsession. And that obsession had to do with the idea that he wanted to see the whole world hear the gospel. Is that your obsession? Is it your desire to be obedient and to teach others so that they can be obedient? It was Paul's. Join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180 Bible study.